Blog Talk Radio.
Fighting soldiers from the sky, fearless men who jump and die, men who mean just what they say, the brave men of the Green Beret. Silver wings upon their chest, these are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Trained to live off nature's land, trained in combat hand to hand, men who fight by night and day, courage take from the Green Beret. Silver wings upon their chest, these are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Back at home, a young wife waits. Her Green Beret has met his fate. He has died for those oppressed, leaving her this last request. Put silver wings on my son's chest, make him one of America's best. He'll be a man they'll test one day, have him win the Green Beret.
And I'd never be there anyone or human being. The operation of the machine becomes so obvious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
I am the nation. I was born on July 4th, 1776, and the Declaration of Independence is my birth certificate. The bloodlines of the world run in my veins because I offered freedom to the oppressed. I am many things and many people. I am the nation. I'm 200 million living souls and the ghost of millions who have lived and died for me. I'm Nathan Hale and Paul Revere. I stood at Lexington and fired the shot that Washington, Jefferson, Patrick Henry. I'm John Paul Jones, the Green Mountain, Davy Crockett, Lee, Grant, Abe Lincoln. I remember the Alamo, the Maine, and Pearl Harbor. When freedom called, I answered and stayed until it was over there. I left my heroic dead in Flanders fields, on the rock of Corregidor, on the bleak slopes of Korea, in the steaming jungles of Vietnam. I am the Brooklyn Bridge, the wheatlands of Kansas, and the granite hills of Vermont. I am the coal fields of Virginia and Pennsylvania, the fertile lands of the West, the Golden Gate and Grand Canyon. I am Independence Hall, the Monitor. I am the Merrimack. I'm big. I sprawl from the Atlantic to the Pacific. My arms reach out to embrace Hawaii and Alaska. 3 million square miles. I'm more than 3 million farms. I'm forest, field, mountain, desert. I'm quiet energy, and and I'm sick as it never. You can look at me and see Ben Franklin walking down the streets of Philadelphia. There's bread low under his arms. You can see Betsy Ross with her needle. You can see the lights of Christmas and hear the strains of All Lang Syne as the calendar turns again.
All right. Okay, here we go. See here. All right. Well, we got to call it these poll workers out here. I'm going to give them a call here tonight. Promised everybody I was going to do that. So I see a few people here that did join me here tonight. I don't see where a lot of other people are. I don't know where they are, but I'm going to stop participating in their shows. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to find better things to do on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays from now on. They don't got time to make it on my show. I ain't got time for them. That's how it's got to be. That's what we're going to do from now on. Okay? So, anyway, all right, let's see. Let's get these, let's give them a call. Let's see. I'm going to be an illegal immigrant trying to vote. Let's do that, huh? What do you think? What should be my name? Let's see here. Paco Rivera? Let's see here. I don't know. Let's call these people out there in California or New Mexico and Arizona here and get some answers here and find out what's going on here. Let's see if I need an ID to vote. How about that, huh? See if I need an ID. Yeah, that's a good one. Find out if, let's see here, 497 here. Okay, I got the numbers already, but I can't dial them and hold everything up and do all that to it. So you have to bear with me here. All right, 5151, and we should get a hold of somebody here. So still early out there. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. All right, here we go. 9. Okay, that's the number there. All right, here we go. Let's dial the first one here. We got a dozen of them here tonight, so you'll get somebody.
Thank you for
first
calling the
time
office
around.
of
We'll
U.S. Senator Alex Padilla. We appreciate you taking the time to reach out. If you're calling to register an opinion, you can always share your thoughts through the Contact Me page on the Senator's website at padilla.senate.gov. If you would like to leave a message here, please do so after the tone and include your name and zip code. If you're a California resident and need help with a federal agency, you can find information to assist you at padilla.senate.gov under... Yeah, that's the wrong one. That's right. That one you won't get... Oh, wait, I remember I called that one before. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. But we got to get somebody live here. So this is going to be a good one, though. It's going to be good. Trust me. Those who wait you will not be disappointed. So we're going to get the truth here tonight. Because, we have all these allegations getting thrown around about, illegal immigrants get this and get that. And, we want to get to the bottom of this here. So, 3884. Okay, another number here, 3884. 884. Here we go. All right, let's get this one here. Here we go.
Office of U.S. Senator Alex Padilla, how can I help you?
Yes, my name is Roberto, and I want to know what I got to do to vote in our district.
Sure. What's your zip code?
Do I need identification card? Where can I get identification card to vote in our state?
Of California?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
If you'll hold. All right. I can help you with this. So let me look.
Well, I know where to vote at. I just want to know if I got to have the ID, the identification card. Do I need the ID card, or can I just go vote?
I'm gonna look it up and try to find it.
Okay. Got it.
Just because I'm unsure. Okay. On the Secretary of State
I
website,
want to vote Democrat. I want to vote. I want to vote Democrat. All Democrat.
So to vote, you need to bring. Hold on. So you've already registered, right?
Yes.
I don't. What is it, California? So you don't have to bring it.
Oh, no. Okay, good.
Yeah, so it says on the internet that sometimes you might be asked if, like, you didn't register to vote or that your registration, like, if you have any issues with your registration. So I'd bring it just in case, if you can.
Okay, but it's not required. I don't have to have ID card, right? I just want to vote. That's all I want to do. I want to vote.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think have you registered to vote yet?
No, I go down with my wife and family. We go down and we just want to vote. We want to make sure we don't have to have no kind of card or identification.
No, if you haven't registered to vote, you will need an ID card. But if you have registered to vote, you won't need an ID card.
Okay, is my name on a list or? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
you can go.
No, we don't register.
So you need to bring it then. If you're not registered to vote, you need to bring it to the ballot box. To the
how
location.
do I get card? Where do I get card at?
How do you get? You would have to go to the DMV, probably.
And they give me a card for a picture, and I go vote then, right?
I'm unsure how exactly you can get. Unfortunately, just because it is a state agency, but you can check if you're registered to vote. Have you voted in an election prior?
No. I knew here. I knew in the States. Okay. I knew. I'm new.
So you would need to register to vote, and you need to bring. It says here. Do you have like a passport?
No passport.
Okay. Yeah, so you would need to bring a current and valid photo identification provided as third party. So that could be like a driver's license.
If I come with my brother, he's citizen here, and I stay with him, and then I go with him, and then I can vote maybe.
I'm unsure of your exact situation. I would call your local representative just because they can provide you more info on like the DMV and their stuff. Just because to get an identification card, you might have to go through state agencies. Yeah. So I can help you find your state representative if you'd like.
No, my brother helped me find. I was just calling to see about identification if I needed to vote. That's all.
Okay.
But
yeah,
thank you.
You just need it if you're not registered. So I would just reach out to your state rep to help you find that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, Time. Thank you.
Of course. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
First she said yes, then she said no. They don't know nothing. You call your state representative. They don't even know if you're supposed to have an ID to go vote. They don't know nothing. That's Padilla's office. But they don't even know. They don't even know if you have to. I'm not even a citizen. She told me I can go down there and just register. I got to register. I said, I'm not new to the country, I told her. You think she would have said, you've got to be a United States citizen and you need to bring a photo identification card proving that, okay? You'd think she would have said that. You'd think, right? No. So the system is broken out there in California. We know. So that system is broken. When your representative, when your senator's office doesn't know what the qualifications are, and she was trying to help me out. I mean, she wanted me to vote. Remember when I call those people, as an American, they don't want to talk to me at all. They just want to hang up. What's your address? What's your zip code? They want to know what your information is, right away. She wasn't trying to know who I was, identify me at all. If anyone was paying attention to these other shows when I called, and they wanted to know who I was. They were going to make sure they called me back. They wanted to verify who I was. She wasn't trying to verify who I was. She wanted to help me out as much as she wanted to get me in there to vote. She was trying to help me. She was like, "Whoa, we got one here. Ooh, we got a new one, right?" That's your country, folks. That's your country. Let's try another one, huh? I got to work on my accent a little bit, maybe, huh? Woo! Yeah, man. This is America. This is your country now. This is not America. Now, all right, hang on. I got to cross that number out, so I'm going to call her. We don't want to call her back, so let's check that number out. All right, here we go. All right. Let's cross that one out. All right, let's try this one here. Let's see, 415. We'll try this one. This one is Los Angeles, I think. Or no, this one might be New Mexico. Let's see here. I forgot I didn't put the names next to. Whoa. Screwing up there. Hang on. Oh boy. All right, here we go. You know, these are all Democrats I'm calling, by the way. They are Democrats that I know of, so they're not Republicans. So I should try Republicans, see what would happen. That would be a good one, huh? Oh, that'd be a fraud right there. That'd be a whistleblower. Republican tells an illegal immigrant to go vote. That'd be something. Maybe we'll try that maybe later on. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Let's see, 9369. All right, let's try this one. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this one is. All right. Here we go. Let's try this one. Here we go.
Hello, thank you so much for calling the San Francisco office of U.S. Senator Alex Padilla. How can I help you?
My name is Hector Rivera, and I want to vote. So I called to see, do I have to have the ID card to vote this year?
What was that, sorry?
Do I need the ID card to vote this year? I want to vote. Cast my vote.
Mm-hmm. So
do I need ID card?
I'm unfamiliar with the ID card, ma'am.
What the qualifications to cast my vote in the election? I want to vote for Kamala and Democrat. I want to vote Democrat with my I stayed with my brother. So what do I need to what identification do I need?
I'm unfamiliar with that information, ma'am.
Okay. So who would have information?
I would recommend you call your local polling office. They will give you a better response based on your district and area.
Well, where this? Where this I call now?
Just call up your local polling office.
Yeah. Do you get the number? Can you get me a number? I call?
I don't have numbers on me, ma'am.
You don't know where to call for? Where I call now? Who this?
Hello?
San Francisco. Yes. Who am I? Who now? Who do I talk to now?
So you're calling the San Francisco office of U.S. Senator Alex Padilla.
Okay. Yes. So I want to vote. I live here in the San Francisco area, and I want to vote. So what do I need to vote?
Were you mailed your ballot, ma'am?
Okay. I got to mail.
Were you mailed your ballot?
No voting. No mail. No mail. I vote in person.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer these questions for you, ma'am. We don't handle anything related to campaigns or voter affiliation.
So Padilla, he don't run for office this time?
So I would recommend you call a polling office, ma'am. I just search up your nearest polling office, and they should give you a better response on, what qualifications and what criteria do you need to cast your vote.
I want to vote for Padilla, though. So I want to cast vote. I just say that I need to know where to vote at. Where local polling at in San Francisco.
There should be one in City Hall, for example.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get number? You got number?
I don't have that number on me, ma'am.
Can you transfer? Okay. How do I call the number then? What do I call? I don't know. How do I find number for the City Hall? If anybody got information on voting, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, let me get that information for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have the phone number and the fax number for the elections division.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have somewhere to write this down, ma'am?
Yeah. You see, yeah.
Okay. So the phone number would be 916-657.
Okay.
So it's 916-657-2166.
Oh, God, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. I hope you have a good day.
Okay.
All right.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
All right. That one right there. I think I've called that guy before, so that's why I think he was thrown for a little bit of a loop there. So we'll But yeah, if you guys missed the first one that I called there, you guys missed it there. He wanted to have no ID, no nothing. Just go down there and vote. Go down there. I just came into the country. My name is Hector Rivera. I just came into the country. Yeah, bam, let's go down there and vote, man. Get down there. Yeah, get down there, register to vote. Yeah. No ID. She wasn't sure if I needed an ID or not. Nothing. I didn't have to prove who I was or nothing. So this is the election numbers. This is the number you gave me right here. So let's give them a call, see what's up with them, and we'll get them on right away. And I got to work on my accent a little bit. He kept calling me ma'am. Do I sound like a woman? Hey, that was a good one, huh? I think I called that guy before, though. I had it out with him, see? So when I started looking up California Out West numbers, it's in my browser, So I look up the number. I got to maybe start canceling these numbers out and cleaning out my browser here because I'm calling the same people, and they probably got me marked, Hey, this guy right here, this guy right here, he's trying to sabotage her. 657, all right, 657. We'll give him a call at this one here, the election. We'll find out. All right, 657, 2166. What is it? It was 916. He threw me up. He started over at the beginning again before he gave me the last four. All right, 2166. All right. He's a Fruit Loop, right? He was a little queer anyway. I could tell. Probably had some sugar in his tank. All right, let's call this one up. You're probably gonna give me a freaking sting out.
Calling the California Secretary of State's Elections Division. Calls may be monitored for quality and training purposes.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello? 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 I guess I'm on hold. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Voter Hotline, how can I help you?
I want to know what I need to go vote. What qualification do I need? Do I need ID card? Register? What do I need?
Yeah, you should be registered. So are you registered to vote?
I just come to country. I stay with my brother. He's citizen here. I just want to vote. Democrat, all Democrat. So what do I need to vote? Do I just go?
So are you registered? Are you a citizen?
No citizen. But do I need to? How do I register? What do I need to register?
So for register to vote, you need to be a citizen.
Oh, okay. So
Otherwise, you cannot vote.
Oh, no vote in California? No vote at all?
No, you need to be, it's required to be a citizen.
Okay, so I cannot vote unless I become American citizen, correct? Okay, because I called the Padilla office, and they give me this number, but they say, no, you can just go down there and register. No ID. I know ID need to just go register. If you register, you can vote. That's what they tell me.
Yeah, but if you want to register yourself to vote, you need to be a citizen. Otherwise, you cannot vote.
Okay, but I go down there. I say okay. Now, say I go down. How do they know I'm citizen? They don't know. I just go down because I stay here. I pay bill. So I'm citizen. I pay my bill. So I just go down. I say I'm citizen, and they allow me to register. Correct?
No.
Okay. So what do I need to vote? What do I got to do? Tell me.
You need to be 18 years old and a citizen of USA.
Okay. How do I become that citizen? How do I register to become citizen? What do I do?
You need to.
Can you tell me?
Okay, so for a citizen, yeah. So if someone is citizen, they have the USA passport, or if they don't have the passport, they have eligibility to vote, and they are citizen here. They have some driver license, some specific driver license that is saying that they are citizen. So do you have these things?
No, I go get driver's license. They give me a driver's license at DMV, correct?
Yeah, but if someone is citizen, it's special. It's different from another people. For a citizen.
Okay, I just come to the States. I just come to the States. I want to become citizen. Who do I call? Who do I contact to go get ID?
Okay, so you should, if you just came to a state, you should spend 5 years here to be a citizen. 5 years.
Okay. I've been and I just say I've been here 5 years, and I have been working 5 years here.
Then you can apply.
Then
you can apply.
Apply. Oh, and get ID then, right? And where do I get ID card?
Yeah. So
okay.
If you just completed your 5 years, you should pass an exam of citizenship, and they will give you passport of USA, and then you will be citizen.
Okay, what building do I go to do these paperwork?
So I really don't know about it because it's a voter hotline. I just can give you the election information. I don't have another information about it.
Okay. Voter hotline. Okay. So I go to, they say go to Department of Motor Vehicle, and they give me ID card. That's what they say, and then I can go vote. That's what they tell me.
No, with an ID card, it's only with an ID card you cannot vote. You need to be a U.S. citizen.
Okay. So I take exam. Okay. So you don't know where I go to become citizen then? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Where? Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you.
No worries. Bye.
Bye. See. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. She didn't know nothing. She didn't know what the hell she was talking about. Hey, that whole thing's a shithole. You don't know what the hell. Nobody knows nothing. I got 3 different answers so far. 3 different answers. So what do you think's going to happen? Well, I wonder what would happen if I went to one of the polls and just said, I'm Joe Schmo from Kokomo and I want to vote. I bet they'd let me vote. You know? Let me take my caller here who's got his hand up. Go ahead there. 234.
Yeah, I'm trying to call and find out if I can get myself somewhere to get myself a ballot. Yeah. CBP1 app. They told me put CB1 app on my phone. I come on airplane. I land down in states. I'm ready to vote. Where do I vote? You tell me where to put my ballot at.
The whole thing's a shit mess, man. The whole thing's a freaking shit mess. Nobody knows nothing,
There's so
man.
much bullshit, dude. They've got more fucking shit than a Christmas turkey, and they don't even know what. You should have asked her. Are you a citizen? Where did you get
I know. I was going to, but I thought maybe that might scare her off, you know? Because shit, we don't know. It's got to be ice, you know.
How do you even know you're talking to somebody in California? They haven't scheduled you or rerouted you to Pajit Land over there where the street shitters are at. You
should have heard the first one I called up. You should have heard the girl I called up for the first one. Oh man, she wanted me to vote so bad. I didn't need an ID. I didn't need nothing. She just wanted me to run down there and just register and go vote. You know, because I forgot you got to register. Obviously, you know.
Let me have your name. I'll use your name. I'll vote. Let me use your vote.
Let me connect this private caller here. See who this is. Go ahead, there, private caller.
Hey man, I got some alarming news for you, Jack. That last person you spoke to, she told you you've been here 5 years. Look, man, immigration law says that if you receive temporary protected status or a parole officially, like these phony paroles are given out at the border, either for temporary protected status or parole, and you stay in the country for 5 years, guess what? You become a citizen once you fill out the application. That's true.
That's what she was trying to tell me then. Yep, 5 years, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
You wait 5 years. That's all you got to do. Remember, they are totally distorted and misapplied temporary protected status, and they're just waving everybody in for the country for that reason. They're playing the long game, man.
Right.
They think they're getting Democratic voters in the next 5-year election cycle.
They don't even have their court date before that.
And hey, let me tell you something, Joe. Joe, you better be careful about what poll workers you mess with. Did you see what they did to Rudy Giuliani today?
No, what?
The judge ordered him to give up everything he got. His home, his house, his damn TV. I mean, everything. His sports memorabilia.
Why?
Everything else. They might let him keep the clothes on his back, and that's it. To pay off those two corrupt election cheating workers in Georgia. That's why.
Oh man!
I'm telling you right now, man. Look, I got a video with. I got a video with the two of them motherfuckers confessing on the video that they committed election fraud that night, and he couldn't even get that in the court.
Wow!
Oh
I got it on my computer.
They're stealing the fucking vote. They're stealing.
But yet and still, this look. They don't give this kind of punishment out for rape and murder in a civil case. You think O.J. Simpson, when he was found guilty, he had to give up everything including his pension from the NFL? No, they didn't make him give up his pension from the NFL. No, they didn't. He did murder. He was found liable for killing people, civilly liable. They didn't punish him like this. They said this. He defamed these two phonies because they got some death threats.
Wow!
They're taking us $154 million. He owes $154 million to these two harpies.
For what? What did he do though exactly? What was he found guilty of? I mean, what did he do exactly?
Sending a message, Joe. Thou shalt not challenge election fraud against Democrats. That's all this is. Thou shalt not.
Yeah, you're right. Yep,
so forget about the rules. Forget about excessive and unusual punishment like the Sixth Amendment forbids or the Eighth Amendment forbids. Forget all that. This ain't about none of that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Thou shalt not. You disobeyed.
Anyone who enforces that.
You disobeyed one of the Democrats and the progressives' commandments. That's religion with them. You disobey it, you will be crushed.
You're right. You're right.
You've seen a migration. You think you've seen an invasion. You just wait in the next 2 weeks. They are coming from every fucking place on the planet because they have the number in their mind is on election day is the last day that they can get in before Trump is actually, or whoever wins, no matter what, whoever would take over.
No.
So they have that date in their mind. They are coming in fucking droves.
Even that won't happen. They're going to be waving them in as fast as they can wave them into the country until January 20th. They'll be waving them through the border as fast as they can. They're going to be coming now faster than ever until Trump gets in office, and even for a few weeks after that. I can guarantee you.
It'll take.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get 3 million more between now and January 20th. I wouldn't be surprised a bit.
You can go online.
It would take them how long?
You can go
how
online.
long would it take to deputize somebody? How long would it take to get them fitted, trained, and under the process, entered into the system, and okay to go and do? Let's say they're working with ICE guys. Let's say you've got a whole steal of people you're going to go round these motherfuckers up, they think, with. Okay, well, who's going to fucking train them? Because you're going to have lawsuits. Somebody's going to fuck up somewhere. They're going to have to end up shutting the whole fucking thing down because they don't take care of it the right way. So you do it the right way. How long are we talking? 6 months? A year?
Look, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, every single one of these people,
they 50 million fucking invaders in this fucking country before
I'm telling you,
sunset.
Every single one of these people that the Biden administration has waved in is on track to be a citizen by 2018. I'm telling you, they're already up for this purpose. I'm sorry, not 2018. I'm not talking 2000. I'm talking about 2025. 2025 will be the first year for a whole bunch of them, about 2.5 to 3 million of them, become Democrat citizens for the Democrat Party, because they'll be eligible to be citizens if they receive officially temporary protected status or parole. And if they've been here for 5 years, it's automatic. Look at the law. It's automatic.
Sarge, did you hear the first woman? She bent over backwards trying to get me registered to vote. She was on the computer. Hang on. She was so nice as pie, and I called that girl about a few months ago with you on the line, and she didn't even want to talk to me. You know, she hung up on me, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, you know what? She's been told what her duties are, and to make sure to expedite as many illegals as possible. They are banking. Look, have you seen what's happening with the Harris campaign? It's dissolving right before our eyes. It's literally disintegrating. Did you hear what Trump said today? She's going off the campaign trail. Think about it for a minute now. You got 2 weeks till the election. It's like they say it's going to be close. You would think she'd be ramping up her campaign efforts in all the states that are questionable for Democrats. No, she's going off the campaign trail because she knows the more she talks, the worse her prospects are. So Obama's going out there to campaign for her. You understand? What we are witnessing, I've seen this woman a couple of interviews over the last couple of days. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Humphrey Bogart and the Caine Mutiny on the witness stand dissolving. I mean, she's doing the same sort of gestures, the same sort of nervousness. She's waving her hands around. I mean, she looks like Captain Queeg dissolving on the witness stand, man. I was thinking Caine Mutiny all the way.
Trump's winning. They say Trump's winning in the polls.
She is dissolving.
The first woman president? She's going to be the first
Her
woman
campaign
president.
is disintegrating.
Doesn't matter.
No, she's losing. Technically, right now, according to the exit polls, and everyone that Trump's winning by about 5 to 7 points on all, especially that's what they say.
But wait a minute, that has to do with overall popularity. If you look at the electoral map, which is what counts, it's even worse for Harris.
Now who's going to believe these polls? They've changed every goddamn thing under the sun anyway, so how can you even believe one of them? No,
I'm not saying that you should, but I'm just telling you, everything is trending Trump's way in the matters that count. Everything. There's not anything that shows him being behind, especially in those states that he has to win.
Yeah. And there's people there, Dave, that are on the ground that are talking to people there are people that are on the ground counting the votes. Like here in Rockingham County, people are saying who they voted for, and they're counting them as they come out. So, we got to count in my town.
Haven't you seen the Democrat senators? There were 3 of them. I can't think of their names right now. I wrote it down. As soon as I get in the House, I will look it up. 3 Democratic senators are now speaking favorably of Donald Trump because they've got the message. They know what's happening. They know Kamala Harris. If unless they can cheat massively. She's going down to a huge defeat. And they understand this, and they're starting to signal
I know,
that.
but the illegals aren't organized, Sarge. They're not organized like they were last time. They don't have them busting. They're not busting them in like they did, and people are watching these polls. They're watching them, you know, and because every time they screw up and make a mistake, everybody like made Green. Remember the last show I did where they caught it down in Georgia, where they screwed up, where they cast the vote, you know, and that's why everybody's got to shout about it, talk about it. The media covers that up so bad, man.
The reasons you just cited are the reasons why I'm saying everything is trending Donald Trump's way, because people are acutely aware of what the demon rats did last time, and they're not going to let them get away with it as easily as they did the last time. I'm not saying they won't get away with it. After all, they're governing these states. They may very well get away with it, but they're not going to get away with it as easily as they did last time.
That's what they want, 100%, because here's what they're going to do. They are going to pump up every poll and make it look like Trump has crushed this fucking woman by no even possible comparison. Then you've got every single individual that's a MAGA or whoever that realizes on the day that they announce he wins, you are going to have civil unrest because people are going to want January 6th all over. That's what they want. Because now they're talking about they've already brought in different groups of people through, now this is what I'm hearing, the blue hats that are going to be designated different groups that are going to be badged, armed, and made to enforce civil law through their bullshit marshal that they're going to determine, and they're trying to get everybody that's a Trump fan. Once they crush him, she wins. Now they're coming to lock you up. Because you know there's going to be people out there worse than January 6th ever was.
But the question of it is are we seeing foreign actors in the city streets? You know, because right now there are people on the ground that are watching that crap. You know, I'll be honest with you. I just don't think they'll pull it off. I don't think they can pull it off this time.
Joe.
You never know. Though.
Why do we need to worry about UN invaders when we got plenty of people right now who are affiliated with the Democratic Party who are willing to do it right now without the UN? What do they need UN for? You see what they're doing to Giuliani? I'm telling you. See what you hear. You hear what Hillary Clinton and all these others are saying. They don't need the UN right now if they really intend to do it. All they got to do is some Democrat-friendly people to just make up some shit like they did on Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, we've already seen them deputize a woman that is a fucking non-citizen. We've already seen it.
They did it in Minnesota. I guarantee you, if they're giving the orders to lock people up, they'll just follow it blindly. I can very fucking tell you that. They don't need the UN. Besides, they know we will shoot the UN without hesitation. Now they know that.
That's why
we're not going to hesitate to shoot somebody in a UN uniform coming in here telling Americans that they're going to lock them up if they vote the wrong way. We know what we have to do when that happens. They get immediately shot.
Well, what happens is they stand behind this new directive of 5201 that puts our military and says they have lethality to shoot us. But I got news to everybody. That wasn't just implemented.
Well, okay. I don't believe they're going to do that. I don't believe they're going to do that. If they do, we know what we're supposed to do if they do something that crazy. They're not going to do anything like it. Not right now. They might be planning for it. They're not going to do it right now. No, they're not going to do it.
I don't think so.
Don't worry about it. What you got to worry about is what they can do. What you got to worry about is what they can do and what they are doing now. That's what you need to worry about, not what they might do with the UN. That might come later. Right now, they got the things that they think they can do right now to try to prevent Donald Trump being elected.
Well, they got the charge. They got the courts. They got the courts, and that's what they're doing.
That's what I mean.
Arresting people.
That's what I mean. That's what they're going to use. You're not going to use the UN.
Enlisted right now, the ones that are enlisted right now that have just barely gotten in through their citizenship to gain this access, to get into the military, to do what? Get promoted, like we heard, 6 months ago, where they brought all these people up that had no qualifications whatsoever to be in the position they were to run anything, but they got promoted. Now you have all these motherfucking invaders that are now militarized, they are promoted, and they are told, shoot the America. Just because we're American, that doesn't, I mean, they're citizens here, that doesn't, you know how they feel about that. They don't care. They've been planted. It's going to get worse than anybody can understand because from what I've heard from my buddies in the military, they said, it is a fucking, and I'm not going to put this politely, it's a fucking mess.
Well, look, I don't know why anybody would doubt what they are capable of doing, given the fact that they have already enabled an invasion of 13 million people into the United States. We already know what they're capable of. But here's what I'm saying. Right now, we got to get through this election. At least, well, that's overall over the last 20 or so years. But what we need to do is get through this election. And like I said, it's an elephant. You got to eat an elephant one bite at a time. You're not going to eat it in one sitting. And it's going to take many, many thousands of bites to get this thing under control. This may take a while. We'll probably be dead before it gets under control, if ever. And we just have to look at it that way.
I don't think either. As far as I'm concerned, Trump and her are both fucking Zionists. Trump's been bought and paid for from his dad, Cohen and them back when they took care of him in the casinos. They prepped him for this. He's there. They want 4 more years of our tax money, and they're going to implement that when they can, because when they finish building that fucking temple over there in Jerusalem that they want to build in Ukraine or wherever they want to do it at, I don't care. I would like to see somebody held accountable for this shit. That's all I want. I don't give a shit. Trump's bad. He you know, you talk about, oh, he did this. Well, yeah, he did. You know what he also did? He freed, the most radical terrorist and spy ever from Israel, and he turned him loose. And he told us in his campaign he was going to lock up Hillary Clinton.
Well, he never did say that. No, he never did say that. I got a correction on that. He didn't. That's what they said he said. Other people at campaign rallies brought it up, and he just kind of winked and nodded when they said it. He didn't specifically say he was going to lock her up. Well, it was like during a debate, he said, you ought to be locked up. He said something like that, but he didn't say, no, I'm not. I'm going to direct the attorney general to go after Hillary Clinton. He never did anything like that.
After I saw after that actual debate, there was a big dinner. You know, they spend $5,000 for a plate of the fucking shit they feed them, and Trump stands up, is giving a little bit of a speech, and he says, and I would like to say, and I got it locked in my phone in case anybody says I'm full of shit. I said, well, I'll show you. He says to Hillary and Bill Clinton, could you please stand up? These are two of the finest people I've ever met. And thank them for everything they've done. I about fell out of my fucking chair.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if he'd have told William Barr to prosecute Hillary Clinton, he would have refused. I'm telling you that right now. He'd had to been firing attorney general after attorney general, because I'm certain all of them would have refused to prosecute her. He's okay, I'm firing you, I'm getting another. He comes in, he has to fire him, then get another. Then fire him, get another. Because I'm guaranteeing you right now, we know how deep the state is. He had to get a complete rebel in order to get that woman prosecuted by the Department of Justice.
Well, that's another thing, too. Everyone has to understand he has to surround himself with people. He has to surround himself with people that are going to cooperate.
He's not going to get around. He's too far in, Joe. There ain't no way. His goddamn son-in-law is the worst one of all. Kushner. Man.
Well, it's bad. Let's look at
and hold them accountable.
Yeah, but let's look at what we got in the short term. Because, like I said, I believe in taking short-term objectives one at a time. Because right now, this shit that's going on now has been 70 to 80 years in the making, folks. I mean, we got to look at short-term objectives. And right now, the short-term objective is to get that man over the finish line with enough electoral votes so the Biden administration and the Obama administration, because that's what it is, the Biden/Obama administration does not return to the White House. Let's just do one thing at a time, one bite at a time. Then we get through that, then we put pressure on this administration to start getting rid of the criminal illegal aliens. That's going to keep them more than enough busy with any amount of resources you could imagine for the next year or two. Just getting rid of the criminals, which should be the priority.
And pardon the January 6th people. They must be pardoned. If he doesn't do that, then that's it.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem because he's got complete power to do that. We don't have to worry about that. He's got the absolute power to do that. Nobody can tell him. That's not hard. I'm talking about the things that he's going to need cooperation from others in. These sanctuary cities and these sanctuary states are going to throw every stumbling block they can in the way to prevent these illegals, even if they're criminals, from being deported.
Now,
what
where do
happens
we
with
put
the
all
court
the
case?
criminals when we round them up? I've got a plan for this one already.
Well, some of these countries have already said they're not going to take them back. They ought to take them out there, put them in rafts, and put them off the coast of these countries, and tell them, you either take them or let them drown. That's what they ought to do. Because they're citizens. They're citizens of their country, and they're supposed to take them back.
That's right. And they're supposed to go to the first country next to the one that they're in, not come all the way across the goddamn planet.
Well, it's like I said, it's going to be one step at a time, man. You got to start with two classes of illegal aliens. The first class is the criminal class, and those that have already been ordered to be deported, particularly those that have illegally re-entered after they were officially ordered to be deported. You got to start there. Then after you get them, or you substantially whittle those numbers down, then you got to go after the ones that are doing welfare fraud and drawing benefits from the government, because they ain't supposed to be getting no damn benefits from the government. They're illegal aliens. They're just not.
The ones
we know, those two classes can keep the president. Look, those two classes of illegal aliens can keep the president busy for 4 years trying to get rid of them. But they ought to be the priority. They ought to be the priority.
Once we
get come back,
the first group that we round up and get and make it a very, very distinct and fucking savage statement. This is what's going to happen. We're going to put you on a cargo ship that's going to sit about 2 miles off the coast. You want to swim? Take your chances, assholes. You'll be shark bait. Now, put them all on them boats until they decide what they're either going to give them a trial, hold the trial there, or take that boat and ship it right to
Well, wait a second. Trial for what? Well, trial for what? They can't be tried in the United States. They're already guilty of crossing the border illegally.
No. Joe, you do understand that if you enter the country illegally after you have been ordered to be deported, you've committed a felony. It's no longer a civil violation. It's now a crime.
Yeah, but we don't want
so those people who do that can be prosecuted and jailed.
Yeah, but we don't have enough jails to hold these people.
Well, we got to start with something. So what's the alternative? Just throw up our hands and let it happen? We're going to have to do something. If they're going to build detention camps to keep them in, then let them do that. I don't care. They've got to start doing something or surrender to it. What's the alternative? You either surrender to it or you start doing something.
That's right.
All right, hang on. You want me to call another one? You want me to call another one here? And do another one here before it gets too late.
Talk to Francis is fucking joining up.
He's closed.
Yeah. Remember what the Democrats though? Democrats want a pathway to citizenship. Why do you think they threw all that stuff in that border bill that damn fool woman was talking about Donald Trump blocked and prevented from passing? Because when that bill first was initiated in 2020. When they first brought it up, it was all about resources for the Border Patrol. More agents, more money, more equipment, more training, and all that stuff. Then the Democrats got a hold to it and added things in there like a pathway to citizenship, okay, and allowing 2.5 million illegal aliens into the year legally. They're up to 40,000 a month at the border before they even think about closing the border. So so you got to understand, that's what happened to that bill. The Democrats made it a pathway to citizenship and a roadmap for illegal aliens just flood in the country and invade it legally.
All right, time out. Okay, anyway, you can apply on become a citizen anyway if you're an illegal immigrant. All you do is apply. You can do everything online now, and then you have your physical interview. So it's all done online. You get temporary status automatically too.
Or just wait 5 years.
Just wait 5 years like the lady told me. That's all you got to do.
Joe. Wait. Here, I've got the CBP One app on my phone. I got that son of a bitch to check and see it. It's updated now. You don't have to have a physical interview, buddy. You can do everything on your phone if you can read. You can type it in. They will put you on a plane. They will bring you into the States over the border into an airport. You will find a handler. They will provide you with your identification, your money, your EBT card, and you are supposed to provide them with who you're staying with. That's it. You'll get a court date, and the earliest one right now currently is if you are applying for the proper type of asylum is 13 fucking years.
Yeah, all right, watch your language, because I got two people on here that already said, all right, guys, come on, what's the F word, I mean, I know you got to say it a few times, but geez, all right, let me call these people. Let me call. All right, hang on. It's getting too late. I want to call these people and just put them out on Front Street. So here I go.
Front Street.
Thank you for calling Sacramento County 311 information line. For quality assurance, calls may be recorded.
Hey, while you're calling,
to hear information on sandbag locations, press 1. To report a clogged storm drain, flooded streets, flooded homes.
No, I dialed the wrong number. I wanted a representative. Anyway, those people that are just tuning in now, you missed it. Earlier on, I called a couple of representatives. I pretended to be an illegal immigrant that just came over, and I wanted to vote. So, pretty much they, said, well, what ID card do I need? Stuff like that. And you don't need that. You want to go vote? You're an illegal immigrant. Go vote. Oh man, it's insane. It's true though. All right, let me try this one. Let me cross out that number because I don't call the same damn number again. But this time, Hector Rivera. I got to work on my accent. That lady didn't know what to do. She was bending over backwards. Oh, no, don't go. We'll get you registered. You got to register, right? You always have to register. So I forgot about that. That's where I screwed up. So it's 916.
Like stutter a little bit and then say, I want to vote. Don't get into a conversation with it. Say, how do I vote? I just got here.
No, I know how to do it. All right, hang on. 43. Hang on. I gotta get this number right. Hang on. 4311. 4311. 4311. All right. It's been a pain in the ass calling these numbers, but that's fun. All right, hang on, guys. Hang on. All right, hang on. I'm calling.
Thank you for calling Sacramento County 311 information line. For quality assurance, calls may be recorded.
To hear information on sandbag locations, press 1. To report a clogged storm drain, flooded streets, flooded home, or other localized flooding, press 2. For all other needs, please stay on the line to speak with an agent. To repeat these options, press 9.
All representatives are currently working with other callers. Please stay on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You can also file a report online by visiting 311.saccounty.gov.
You are currently the number 6 caller in line.
I'm the 5th. 6th number. At least they're not giving me some...
The County Water Agency, sewer districts, and Department of Waste Management and Recycling offer rate assistance programs to qualifying customers. Ask the customer service representative for more information or go to sacutilities.saccounty.gov.
No, but 6th caller, that could be an hour. That could be waiting an hour.
If you receive a bill from Consolidated Utilities Billing and Service for garbage, storm water drainage, sewer, or water services, you can receive your bill.
All right, hang on. Let's see here. I got Bianchi on the line waiting too. I see you. Hang on, let me see. I think they just picked up.
On your bill.
Hello? Oh, no. All right, I'm going to hang up on him.
Beautiful music.
I'm not going to wait 6 caller. All right, hang on. Let me get Bianchi while I try to find another state representative to call. Go ahead, Bianchi. Go ahead. You're on.
Yeah, I want to tell them I just got here from the Congo. Was let off. I needed a war where I can go vote.
We want your EBT card, your money. And where's my power?
Yeah, you missed it, man. You missed it. You missed the earlier calls, man. I had him on the line. I had him going, man. I was a Paco Rivera from Mexico trying to. I wanted to cast a vote for Democrats. I don't want Trump. I had her going.
It's almost. You gotta laugh or you'll lose your mind over it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a shithole mess. Nobody knows. Nobody knows nothing. I got 3 different. All you got to do is stay in this country for 5 years, and you're automatically a citizen now. I guess that's one lady told me. You're automatically a citizzen. So Yeah, that's all you got to do. All right, I got a state rep here in Los Angeles here.
Yeah, now remember, though, it's conditional on you being granted temporary protected status or parole. You got to have that officially.
Oh, yeah.
But after that, if you stay in 5 years, yes, you become a citizen.
But there's no verification process, though. There's no way for them to verify it.
No, they'll have the record that they were granted the status by immigration service. I mean, so that'll be on file, the date when they were given the status, and then the date at which the statutory term is up for them to become citizens. So they'll have that. That's official. The government, it gives them the status.
Yeah. All right, I got another one here, Sarge. Hang on. I got this one in Los Angeles. This is Padilla's office in Los Angeles. Hang on. Still early enough, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, it should be. It's cutting it close. It's cutting it close. It's 5 o'clock.
Thank you for calling the office of U.S. Senator Alex Padilla. We appreciate you taking the time to reach out. If you're calling to register an opinion, you can always share your thoughts through the Contact Me page on the Senator's website at padilla.senate.gov.
Yeah, I think it's 5 o'clock out there. Damn, I missed my window, man. Damn. I wanted to get a couple more of these bastards online. Well, we'll do it next week again. I'll get a few more. I'll do some. Maybe I'll do the Arizona, New Mexico. I'll get some numbers from out there. But that first caller was golden. If everybody missed that, you got to go back and listen to that. I mean, I was like, yes, I want to vote, ID card. I need ID card to vote. No, see? And she was like, no, just go down there and register. And no. First she said, no, I don't need an ID card. Then she said, well, I can go get an ID card at the DMV. And then she's typing it in the computer. And Dave, this is a lady that you and I had on the phone a few weeks ago, and she didn't want to talk to me at all because I was an American citizen, you know? She didn't want to talk to me at all. She wanted nothing to do with me. But you come with an accent. Your name's Paco Rivera. They'll do anything. They bend over backwards for you, man. They'll do anything. They'll help you out. You know, they got it all ready for you, you know? So, but yeah, man, you go online, Dave, like you were saying, you go online, you can apply to be a citizen. I mean, you don't have to go through any type of physical verification process. You can do everything online. You can make a name up and just say you came over into this country and you're here and you want to apply for status, protective status. And that's it. It's all online. And they'll mail you your identification cards. They will mail them to you, and all your paperwork, your food stamp card, everything. Isn't that some shit, guys? Ain't that some shit? I mean, come on. This is your country. You should be pissed off. What's up? What's up, people? I mean, come on, man. I mean, this has got me. It got me. I mean, when I saw that online the other night when I was doing the research, I said, for the hell, let me try to be an illegal immigrant. Let me apply to be a citizen here. I'll pretend I'm Jacques Trudeau from South Africa, a Frenchman. I just came over on a freighter, you know. And they didn't care. They didn't care who I was or what I was or where I was coming from. Everything was done online. I had a woman pop up in a chat, an AI bot that just ready to mail. All I needed was an address. That's all I needed to do. Put down an address where I was staying. That's it. And that's it. I'm protected. They're sending me my working papers, my food stamp card, and everything. I had to cancel it. So I don't want to, I don't want to get arrested for fraud, So I had to cancel it. I was going to become another person right over the internet. Imagine that. How about that? And what the hell? Why buy a fake ID nowadays, right? I mean, why bother?
Make you almost want to go across the
man.
border and come sneak in yourself and get the free shit.
Yeah. I mean, well, you don't have to go across the border, Dave. You just call you got an internet connection, and an app on your phone. That's all you need. Ain't that some shit, guys? You could become another person right online. I mean, there's no physical verification process. I could become Jacques Rousseau from France. And that's it, or a German. I could become a German guy.
We saw more of that
with
COVID
hell?
than the people collecting the COVID checks and shit. Using fake IDs.
You know what it is? You know what I noticed out of those 3 calls that we did do, out of all the different answers I got, is that you don't have to be a United States citizen to vote. And the system is so broken and corrupt, you know what? They don't care because they got it rigged anyway. I got a thing on my Facebook page. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're not getting. Yeah. They've already been selected. We're not electing them.
Yeah. I got a thing on my Facebook page where a guy takes apart a voting machine, and all it takes is one little pop out of the little processor in there, and that's it. A card reader, boom, snaps it in, and that's it. It selects who's going to win. You know, the percentage of votes and everything. I mean, who monitors these ballot boxes and these ballot machines or whatever where you could vote? Who monitors them? Who's watching them when the polls close at night? That's what I want to know. I want to know that. I'm going to a polling place tomorrow. I'm going to be inspecting it myself, and I'm going to have my phone on, and I'm going to have a video, and I'm going to be recording, and let's get try pulling some shit. I'm going to be down there with 2 or 3 people. You know, I'm going to be down there in Rockingham County, and I'm going to get some damn answers. I want to know. I want to see these ballots. I want to know what happens to them. You know, I want answers. That's what we all should be doing.
Too bad we don't see people stealing ballot machines like ATMs with forklifts.
Oh man, it's crazy, man. It's you know how they figured this stuff out. You're right. You just brought up a key thing. I remember years ago, back in 1991, with the ATM machine. Some guy set up a fake ATM machine in the mall, and he got it. You know, he just wheeled it in like he was a service guy, right? And then came back 2 weeks later and wheeled it out. He got everybody's freaking credit card numbers, bank account numbers, and that's it. Went to town. You know. Because it says temporarily out of service. Temporarily out of service. That's all it said. People put their cards in, punching all their information in, and it's recording it. You know, and spits them out of the temporarily out of service. Well, and meanwhile, the guy's got all their information.
It's one of the tomorrow, Sarge, we ought to call some historical black colleges and tell them that we want to register, that we just arrived here from the Congo and from Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You're from Manila or something. I want to vote.
Yeah, we just got here from the Congo. We want to know, how do we come register like we was told we was able to do by Joe Biden?
Yeah. That's what I told the lady. I said, I vote all Democrat. I want to vote Democrat. Yeah, ID card. See, yeah.
Yeah.
People, man. This country's freaking whack. This isn't America, man. I mean, and the thing with this, where can we go? Where can we go? We can't go conquer anything else. I mean, there's nothing else worth conquering anymore.
Australia's the only thing left. Why laying in Australia?
Where?
Australia.
Well, nah, man. They got no guns over there or nothing. They got it all banned. No Second Amendment over there, nothing.
Oh, man, Australia's really out of control, man. It really is bad in Australia.
Besides, you get eaten by a great white if you go step into the free. And they got snakes over there that'll freaking bite you, man. They're freaking you'll be dead in like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you go in the bush, man. No telling what. They got 50 million things out there that'll kill you dead. That are wild.
Yeah, I'm not going out in that bush. No way.
I talked to a bunch of people on podcasts late at night, and they're from Australia. And they talk about the Aboriginals and how the laws are getting passed over there for them because they said that they're all drunk and they don't care. They just feed them more and more and more alcohol, and these people just vote, and they're dooming themselves is what they're doing.
Well, that's what they do to the Indians here. You know, they get them all drunk, and they don't care. I was watching that Custer's Last Stand or whatever, Sarge, about the one soldier that survived or whatever, Custer there. They said they had a soldier that survived it because he got hit by a bullet or something or an arrow. I don't know what the hell. He was passed out on his horse, and his horse took off. And back in 1922, he gave an interview, and how he registered to be in the army, and he said how the Indians surround. Custer screwed up. He divided his army, into three different divisions. And he only had 500 people, and they were going to round up.
Yeah, but you got to remember, no troopers who were with Custer on Custer's Hill survived. The ones with Major Reno
one
did.
Guy did survive,
but no, they were all killed. No, they were all killed.
Sorry, this guy's story checks out, man, in the archives. I got that documentary one of these late nights.
The only survivor was a horse named Comanche.
No, Sarge, this guy survived. His story checks out, man. He didn't survive because he escaped. He survived because they thought he was dead and he was laying down on his horse, and his horse took off, because they thought he was gone, and so they didn't go after him. All right? And his story checks out. The guy, his name was Frank something or whatever, I forget. and he changed his name because everyone back then would change their name because they would try to register in the Army because you had to be 21, and they would, they'd sneak in at 16, 17 years old, And this guy's story checks out, man. I'm telling you, it's in the archives. They found out, and this guy survived. And listen, they all got slaughtered anyway. We know that. They got attacked, and they divided. He divided his army. He went one. They divided.
Well, remember now, there were survivors with Major Reno. A fair number that were with Reno survived. But I was certain that all the troopers with Custer, when he split his forces, all of them got killed except one horse.
No. This guy was with Custer's brother too. He rode with his brother. He went with the patch of people that went with his brother.
Yeah, well, Custer's brother got killed with him too. Custer's brother was with him. His two brothers, both of his brothers got killed with him there in the attack when he split his forces.
Man, that's crazy.
Two brothers with him that got killed.
Man. What was the guy's name? Sitting Bull or something? A Sitting Bull? What the hell was his name?
Yes, Sitting Bull was the leader overall, but the battlefield commander was Crazy Horse.
Man. Yeah, those Indians were sad. How many Indians were there? Like, what, 15,000?
About 5,000. 5,000.
5,000 is 500.
They were kind of outnumbered really badly.
Very badly.
Very badly.
Custer was an idiot. He said Custer got killed because he was stubborn. He wouldn't retreat. He wouldn't do it. No, his problem was he didn't do any goddamn reconnaissance first.
That's what he did was wrong. If he'd have gone and done proper reconnaissance, he'd see that the warriors hadn't left the village. They were still there. And he would have known to either wait for reinforcements from General Crook, who wasn't that far away, or at the very least not split his forces. He didn't do no reconnaissance. He didn't do no reconnaissance, man.
Divides up 175 guys against. He splits his forces up into three different ways.
5,000 warriors, battle-hardened warriors. 5,000.
Man,
pissed off.
And pissed off too.
No, I know. They said they shoved his penis in his mouth. Custer's penis in his mouth. And
no. Actually, surprisingly, no. According to the reports. The battlefield reports, when they found his body, they said his body was largely unmarked. I think they did so. The women sewed his ears shut, but they didn't mutilate it like they did many of the others.
Really? Man, I don't know. But they said imagine dying like that, man.
There's a lot about the battle of Little Bighorn that's really surprising if you study it. I mean, when I got into it and really found out the real history of what happened, I was really kind of surprised by the things I discovered.
But imagine that, though. Those Indians were bad. They were wicked, man. They would torture the hell. Imagine getting
scalped. Look, you know what? A lot of people characterize the Better Plains warriors as. They said they were among the best light cavalry in the world, and there's a lot to that.
Man. I mean, if I lived back in that day, I'm not going out west, man, on an adventure to go out west with my family. Right out there going, screw that shit. Unless I got a 50 caliber with me.
Well, he left his Gatling guns behind. Remember, they told him he had 2 Gatling guns that would have been available. They told him he should bring them along, but he said, no, they'll slow me down. They're too heavy. I don't want them. So he left them behind.
They were
he could have bought them.
Big.
But he brought along some artillery. It wasn't much bigger than the artillery at that time.
Yeah, man, oh man. Well, a Gatling gun would have mowed him down. That would have mowed him down. If they had 2 Gatling guns, they probably could have,
Oh yeah, they probably would have been able to stand at least hold until they got Reno was able to rejoin them, or they got reinforcements from the rest of the troops that were coming behind.
That or they would.
In a way though, why not leave the Indians alone in a way? But then again, they were attacking people too, so I don't know. I wasn't around back then. I mean, you hear stories. History is written by,
there's a whole lot of wrong to go around on both sides. Custer had his orders. He had his orders. So did General Crook. General Crook tried to get him changed, but Grant told him put him back on a reservation. And because the government had broken their promises to the Lakota that they wouldn't allow anybody to come on their sacred hunting grounds, and then they found gold there, and that wasn't going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
So that just changed everything. But they still had their orders, and the orders were to get the hostiles back on the reservation. That was their order.
Yeah.
But of course, they just fucked it all up.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's crazy, man.
How can you go against a major force and not do any goddamn reconnaissance, man? That's basic.
Oh, I know.
He didn't need to go to West Point to know that.
Well, he graduated last in his class.
Yeah, but they taught him about the value of he was a cavalryman, man. What do cavalry do? Reconnaissance and screening. That was a job for them back in those days.
Well, I tell you, hey,
Jesus Christ, he's a cavalryman, man. And you think he doesn't know that's what he's supposed to do? He's just an arrogant, vainglorious fool.
Yeah, I see Donnie in the chat room. Hello, Donnie. I don't know where everyone else is. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know where everyone else is, but I'm gonna start talking shit on everybody else's show except for Donnie's. You know, where's Mr. Where's the other guy? I promoted his show last week. Remember Bianchi? I'm promoting his show before his show. You know, where is he at? Conservative Nation. I had his phone lines blown up last week, man, and he ain't even here. Robert there, he ain't even here. Where are you at, Robert? If you're listening on the internet, you need to call in. You know, where's Lorianne? I see Donnie. Hello, Donnie. Donnie's a man. Donnie keeps his word. So, you know, that ain't right, man. You know, I'm bringing people over to these guys' shows and everything, and they don't call into my show. You know, everyone thinks, Joe Gibson, you got too many people over there already. You know, well, that's fine. That's fine. I got Bianchi and Sarge and Tabe. That's good enough. And Donnie, so that's good enough. Got a couple others there, and these guys are probably the FBI listening. I got those private numbers. They just keep listening. They never press one. That's the FBI.
They're FBI, man. That's FBI and NSA.
That's why they're keeping an eye on me. Make sure you go to the mobile boxer. Anyway, but yeah, man. But so what's up with Giuliani now? See what did he really do? Yeah, he pissed off the Democrats, but what did they find him guilty of? I mean,
they said he defamed the Freeman women by defaming them and accusing them of something they didn't do. That's what they said. And the defamation resulted in death threats to them to the tune of being worth $154 million in damages. You believe that shit?
Well, Sarge.
That is
my federal lawsuit out.
They said the death threats they had were worth $154 million in damage. People don't get that shit for getting murdered.
I know. Well, hey, that helps my case out, though, because I'm suing them for slandering me here in North Carolina. The election board and the Diane woman and the Republican caucus, too. I'm suing that guy, the head of the Republican caucus.
I'll tell you what, if you ever give me the time, I will play you those tapes where those women incriminate themselves. And I say to you, those tapes alone, which were recorded by the police, the Fulton County Sheriff's Department, those recordings alone would give anybody reasonable belief that those women were up to no good shenanigans election night. They were self-confessing, and they couldn't get that shit in the court.
No, I know.
I'll let you hear them.
I know.
What happened with your kid, Joe?
What?
With the
what's that? You don't know? You don't know? Oh, they came. They came in. I had to sign on to a plan. They came in and looked at, inspected my house and everything. The first thing they asked, "You got any weapons?" I said, "Oh no, I don't believe in the Second Amendment." So
fucking knives everywhere.
I actually did laugh under my breath when they said that. I said that, And then they looked in the house and everything. And then they sat down at the table and I had to sign a case plan. Got to go to counseling. That's, and it's that crap. So, I think you don't own your kids. The state owns your kids, man. Simple as that. You got to do what they say, or they'll come. They would have came guns a-blazing, and they would have took my kids.
So how can they charge you or make you want to go to counseling when if the game the kids were playing, that's what it was. There wasn't anything that you did wrong legally. Fuck their counseling.
I know, Dave. I know. Welcome to America. Yeah, And for those of you that don't know what happened, just to recap real quick, my teenage son and his brother, his little brother, were wrestling out in the yard, and his little brother got 2 scratches on his neck, which were completely healed, and the school reported me to CPS. And they made a case, and of course I ignored them every time they knocked on the door. Finally, I got the final notice that said, "Hey, you better make contact with us, or we're gonna get you in court." And I don't need sheriffs here knocking on my door, so I called them, and then they came out. They came out the next day. They weren't gonna wait. They didn't want to wait a week. They didn't want to wait 2 weeks. They came out the next day. We got to get this done. So and then had to play the game, like you said, Dave. Had to play the game. They own you. They own you. They own your children, and they will do what they say, or they'll come kick down my door and they'll take my kids and they'll take me. You know that. Come on, man. And isn't that disgusting? And why do you think I have an attitude all the time when I call into these podcast shows and I'm pissed off? Everyone should be pissed off. Everyone should be. But hey, I guess we like it. Bend over some more, America. That's what, I don't know what to say. What can I say? What can I do? But
that's why this
those
country,
of you, a couple more people just finally joined in.
That's why this country,
Lorianne's in the chat room there.
That's why this country's where it's at now, because that kind of stuff happens and people don't stand up to it and say, hey, this is bullshit. And they let it go.
I know.
They let it go. And now it's completely taken over.
I know it. It's sad. Isn't that sad? And that's the God's honest truth. What happened? That's the God's honest truth. They were just wrestling in the front yard. He got 2 scratches on his neck. Tiny little scratches. That's it. Not nothing he had to go to the hospital for or nothing like that. And the teacher saw it and reported it. And that's what happened. I mean, isn't that some shit? Now I'm like a CPS banging at my door. Because over that. Now tell me something, guys. When we, growing up, man, I used to fight with my brothers, man, knock down, drag out fights. And we used to fight at the bus stop, with other kids. We, fighting, the bus would pull up. Hey, knock it off. Okay, guys, that's it. Boop, get the lunchbox, go back in the car, jump up on the bus, bloody lip, and that was it. I mean, damn, fighting after school, come on, man. You can't do that.
Come on, Joe. Surely, look, Joe, you cannot be surprised by the combination of the nanny state and the feminization of society at this sort of thing. It shouldn't surprise you at all. This kind of thing is inevitable, given what's happening in society. They're trying to tamp down and destroy the natural instincts of boys. What do you think they're giving the Ritalin for? What do you think they diagnose them with ADHD for?
I know.
This ain't no accident.
Yeah. Oh, they also said, are they fully vaccinated? I said, no, they're not.
That's not
there you go. Man, none of this should surprise us. It's only going to get worse if we don't stop them. They're going to destroy little boys. They're going to make them a bunch of little sissies.
Let me tell you a quick story. Freshman in high school, and I started varsity basketball every game. I was the only freshman to do it. So the first game, that day, my mom says, hey, you got to go to the mall. We got to get you some socks and stuff for your game. I said, okay. And at the time, all the guys were wearing the short black socks. And I said, I want them black socks just like everybody else, And she says, listen, if you go over there and you bring me back a bag of socks that ain't what I tell you to go get, you'll be sorry. So she goes up. Now, this is when credit cards were like first coming out, man. So when you had a credit card at the mall, there was like a line of 25 goddamn people. It was crazy. But it wasn't too long. So I thought she was distracted. So I grabbed that bag of socks that I was not supposed to. And when I got up to the register, the lady heard my mom tell me, if you get them other socks, you're going to be sorry. When she looked at the register lady, scans my socks, and she looks up at me, and I just kind of grinned, and my mom looked over at me. She goes, oh, is that it? That's how this is? And punched me square in my mouth. 16 years old, black in my eye. Hey, I started varsity basketball that night with long socks on and a black eye, and nobody said shit about it. Today, she'd be in prison.
She'd be in a Supermax.
She'd be in prison.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Yeah, she'd be gang affiliated in a Supermax.
Don't let your father do it. They'd put him under the jail.
Yeah. They took the belt away. They took away punishment at home, and the kids would come to school. And as soon as one kid told, the kids would figure this shit out. That's the worst thing about the phones, man, is they use these phones to talk to each other. and it happened so fast that there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
Unless you take the phones away from them.
That's true.
So you get the threat of, so-and-so's mom beat the shit out of him or something like that. You're like, oh, really? And then 25 people know it before they even hang the phone up.
Well, Lorianne, you missed it. You missed it, and everybody else that called in, you guys missed it, man. I called the poll workers out in California. I pretended to be an illegal immigrant wanting to vote. So you got to go back and listen to it. It was pretty good. I had an accent and everything. I was from Mexico. ID card,
Yeah,
ID,
pretty bad accent, but it was something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but hey, the other person thought I was a woman. Do I sound?
Well, there's a lot of accents from around the world. It could have been Indonesia, could have been, Kazakhstan, could have been Bulgaria, could have been Lithuania, they're all coming from everywhere. Croatia, the Congo, Zambia, Mozambique, Madagascar. Who the hell knows what the accent's supposed to be? Do you know all the accents of 192 different countries in the world? Because I guess if you're going to be able to tell the difference, you got to know them all, because they're coming from every one of these countries.
Yeah, you don't know who's who anymore. And look,
you don't know
like
what
we were talking about,
is really.
Go online.
It doesn't mean it just.
Yeah, you can go online and be anybody you want.
Hell yeah.
You can go online and be anybody you want, Sarge. You be anybody you want. Go online and apply, like we said. Just go out. Everybody do it. Go online.
That's right.
And pretend to be somebody. You can be anybody you want now. I mean,
anywhere in the world.
Don't buy fake IDs no more. You don't need them. You just go online, become an illegal immigrant. Get your status and get a food stamp card and some cash benefits. Why not? Hell, Lorianne, what did you say? You got your bankruptcy or whatever? Just go online, be somebody else. They'll pay your house off for you.
So true.
Crazy, man.
So true.
I mean, the question of it is though, is what are we going to do about it? That's what I'd like to hear. What are we going to do about it? You were talking about the election, Sarge. The election, okay, but that's a temporary fix. What's the long term? I mean, I don't want to go to war here 20 years from now when I can't fight no more.
How long does it take to eat elephant, man? One bite at a time. That's the only way you can eat it. It's going to take a while, unless you're talking about a revolution. And you don't necessarily know what may be on the other side of the revolution.
Well, we don't have to have a revolution. All we got to do
we
is
got
have
states. You understand? We have states and cities that will not cooperate in deporting these people. They will fight you tooth and nail to protect them. You understand what a big problem that is? Look, Operation Wetback succeeded only because President Eisenhower was able to get complete cooperation with the general. He put a tough airborne general who jumped onto Corregidor in charge of it, a guy named Edward Swing. That was his name. He jumped on the Corregidor with the 502nd Parachute Infantry and took Corregidor. He was tough as hell, and he was in charge of it. But back then, everybody cooperated with him. You got to understand, everybody that he went to cooperated with him. They don't cooperate today. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. So how can you expect it to be done quickly? It will not be, unless we have a revolution. That's the only way. Even then, that's scary. So you just got to count on this being a long fight.
Yeah, but how do you figure the numbers are not going to, like I always say in everybody else's show, the numbers are not there. We got, like Tate was saying, they're coming in across the border like crazy.
So that means we've lost before we even begun the fight? Does that mean we've lost before we even begun to fight?
So what
it will be. You're right. It will be. It will be. We may not have the numbers. I don't know. But if we don't do anything, we're sure as hell going to lose.
Well, the founders were outnumbered.
Who's having these conversations with their grandchildren and their children? You can do everything at the top end, but when you step back away from it, then those that's moving into the top, they're going to set it back the way it was because they've been taught this humbleness, they've been taught this sorrowness, they've been talking this bleeding heart. You got to go down there and change them kids, what they're being taught and who's teaching them. That ain't being done the way it should be.
Yeah, everybody's a winner in the schools today. There's no first place. There is no first or second place. Everybody's in last place, and everyone's a winner. So what do you do? What's the solution? What do you do? I mean,
do what you can do.
You said talk
look,
20 years
Joe,
from now.
Joe, there is a consensus for getting rid of criminal illegals. Let's start there. Everybody agrees, even in the sanctuary states to a great degree, even if the politicians who lead them don't. The people living there certainly agree with this, that the illegal alien criminals need to go. That's a universally accepted consensus across the country. We start there. We show that can be done. That's where we start. There's a consensus for it. There will not be as much resistance as getting rid of people who are just living quietly and not breaking any other law other than coming in illegally. But once we get our foot in the door the same way they did, by starting this illegal alien cascade, by just starting with their foot in the door with a little thing at first, then we can expand from there. We got to get started on something that there's agreement about.
Well, it's hard to do when we're all spread out. Like, for instance, we got a pack of people here now. I got, about 14 callers on the phone line here. I got, 5 or 6 in the chat room. Okay, and who's listening on the internet. All right, so just say we got 50, 60 people right now, live on the board. You know, what's that, you know, across the country? That's nothing. You can't get nothing done with that, Sarge.
No, but then wait a minute. No, you can look. They got a ratio, Joe. For every caller you get in the Blog Talk or any of these shows, they represent roughly 10,000 people, depending on the issue. So you're really talking about, if you say if those ratios hold true, and I'm not saying they do, I'm saying if they do, that means right now we're talking on behalf of maybe 500,000 people.
No way.
I'm saying that the callers are representative. Look, these callers are representative of thousands of others who feel the same way. Trust me on that.
What show you were on last night, Sarge? You were on a show last night? Lorianne sent me a message.
The regulators, American regulators.
What's that about?
Well, the guy's conservative, man. The guy sits up there and he believes pretty much what we do. He pretty much believes the same way we do. And I'm just saying, look, Joe, we've had poll after poll after poll after poll after poll, and they all yield the same result. The American people want mass deportations. Now, they may not mean it when they see what that consequences of that are, because you're going to have a lot of wailing women and a lot of screaming children. I'm just saying, when and if that was to happen, what you are going to see is a bunch of wailing women and screaming children. And that's going to turn a lot of people off no matter what. But right now, before we see scenes like that, the American people are all in for mass deportation. Whenever Donald Trump says it, it registers favorably. Now, that's not chopped liver.
Yeah. Oh, one thing real quick to everybody. I forgot. I know I promised a few weeks ago there's this lady that's supposedly a psychic, like this world-renowned psychic or whatever. I'm going to call her up this weekend and try to get her on for next week or the week after, all right? So I didn't forget about that. So, because a lot of people were messaging me about that. Again, she worked with that woman that did that movie, The Conjuring. She knew her, that Lorraine woman or whatever, you know, so that like talks to demons and does exorcisms or whatever. And so this lady, I guess, supposedly is like some kind of world-renowned, like, person, that medium or whatever, that can, like, know who you are, I guess, I don't know. So we'll find out. Well, you know, who knows? If she is true, then she knows I'm talking about her right now. So she knows when a call's coming, so I don't know. So we'll see what happens, and get her on, and maybe she can blow our minds with some information. Maybe she'll get some callers and she'll talk about you guys. And hey, so if you don't want your secrets revealed, I don't know. I don't believe in that stuff in a way. I mean, I think people can. I don't know. Well, Bianchi, I know you don't believe in that, do you?
Believe in what?
That spiritual stuff, where there's these psychics that can talk about the future and everything, or know about everything.
Well, I don't believe in it, but I tell you, there's stuff that happens that make you wonder. But I just got through talking to a preacher, and down here in Louisiana, the ACLU is filing a lawsuit because the state legislature passed a law to permit the Ten Commandments to be displayed in the churches, not churches, but public schools. And I say, well, aren't you for that? He said, yeah, but I think it's got an alternative motive. And you got to be able to change the hearts of people. Now, listen, what the heck do that have to do with changing people's hearts? It just says you can display
No,
them.
you're right. You're right. Let me get Gunslinger on here. You're right. I agree. I think this is Gunslinger. Go ahead, 214.
That's me, Gunslinger. Yo.
Hey, having a long time. How you been doing, man?
Well, here, just finally a little bit of cool down here in Texas, finally.
Yeah, I bet. It's been a hot summer, man. Hot summer. So what's up? What's the word? Talk to me.
Well, I don't know. You know, these crazy people are getting crazier and crazier every day. This is why my main motto now, since we're just a couple of weeks away from the 5th of November, you know, remember that one? Remember the 5th of November? Okay? Lock and load. Lock and load. Because these people are going to go ape shit. You talk about ape shit. No matter who wins, hope Trump wins, and he better win, they're going to go ape shit. Okay?
I think you're right.
You better do the old ABC. Always be caring. Okay?
Yeah.
You're going to need it.
Yeah.
You're going to need it.
Yeah, especially in these cities. Yeah. What do you think about that, Sergeant Tave? What's up? Tave, you're in Ohio, and Tave lives in the jungle.
Ain't that far from Fulton County, man. So look here, I'm only about 20 miles away from Fulton County. Now I'm expecting that's going to be the locus of any disturbance if there's going to be disturbance after this election. So you better believe I got my shit ready. You better believe that shit. I got my shit ready. Now if nothing happens, it's fine. That means I won't have to do anything with it, but I'll be prepared for it if it comes down.
Yep.
And that's all I need to do for right now.
I don't think they'll attack people.
All mine are in the
I don't know what they're going to do, man. They're crazy. We saw what they did in the Summer of Love, didn't we? I don't know what these people are capable of.
Hang on.
Illegals already attacking people.
Right. Yeah,
I know.
They're
I ain't going to put nothing past them.
They're going to burn everything down worse than they did before. Either way, it's going to be a problem.
Well, then what that
lose?
You know how you stop that shit? You stop that by whooping ass.
That's right.
How did people forget how to whoop ass? Please, explain that to me. What term?
You know what they did? Let me tell you what they did, Bianchi. What they did was they would Daniel Penny you if you did. That's what they're doing now. They Daniel Penny you.
Daniel Penny. That's a bunch of bull crap too. And there needs to be
an
outrage over that.
That's how they intimidate the rest of us. When we do something to protect ourselves and others, then they will try to put you in jail. That's what they do.
Well, remember these fat bitches like on The View and Whoopi Goldberg, okay? You know these people there are calling for violence against Trump supporters. You know, I read one a couple days ago. You know, in other words, go and do violence on Trump supporters, okay? Okay, when I go out, I wear a fucking Biden hat or a Donald Trump 2024. You know what? I got my goddamn 9mm on my side.
Yeah. I just got mine in the mail today. I'm starting to wear it tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
I dare them to come fuck with me. I'm going to start wearing that.
Your wives and your daughters need to wear them too.
That's right.
Well, I'm not going to ask them to do that because these people are crazy. I ain't going to put my loved ones in risk unless they decide that's what they want to do. But I'm prepared to do it.
No matter where these women go, they need to have a knife on them, no matter what.
All right, they need to have a derringer. They need to have a derringer in between their pity.
That's right.
That's the minimum they need to have is a knife, Dave. They need to have a knife and a gat.
That's right. No switches.
Pepper spray. Pepper spray.
Open carry.
Ice, whatever. That's right.
Yeah, well, the hell with that damn pepper spray. All that shit do is make people madder.
Man, I've seen too much failure from pepper spray and tasers. I mean, it's like 50-50 is whether it's going to work or not.
Yeah, 50-50. That's true.
Yeah,
I'll tell
so
you right now,
I ain't gonna put no reliance on it.
Sarge. I got bear spray, and I'm going to tell you what. It is a whole nother monster. It is the worst thing I
unless
think I'd
you
rather
get some coked up nutcase who doesn't feel it. That's the problem. These people on drugs, I've seen it. I used to use the law enforcement strength capsium. Oli capsium. It was law enforcement. It was stronger than what they sold civilians. It was like 25% level rather than 8%. And that shit didn't work half the time. And the same thing with tasers, too. Electric tasers would work. Yeah, they would work against people who weren't hyper-revved up and or on drugs. But them amped-up people on drugs who are revved up, their adrenaline is flowing, and they're on some sort of a stimulant, it was iffy as to whether it would work or not. I'm telling you. I would never rely on it. I'm not saying I wouldn't use it. I would, because it does work from time to time. It works more often than not. I'm just saying I am not going to rely on it.
I've actually seen a video where a guy went absolutely berserk over his girlfriend, and his girlfriend went even worse than he did. But this cop did not spray her because he knew how escalated it had already became. He sprayed the boyfriend, and then he saw what happened with her. He really went out of her fucking mind. And I thought, man, what does it take? Tasers don't stop them. They've got to shoot them. Give them rubber bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute now. See, you got to understand something, Dave. Look, rubber bullets are a less lethal form of force. So is a taser. So is pepper spray. You got the same sort of reliability issues with rubber bullets that you got with tasers and you got with pepper spray. It might work more often than not. It does work, especially if you shoot out of a shotgun. Those beanbag rounds out of a shotgun tend to work because oftentimes they break ribs. But I'm just saying, none of those things. Look, if it's a situation, deadly threat to life, the only thing that is probably more reliable than not all the time is a firearm of sufficient caliber with proper shot placement. That's it. Nothing else is likely to do the job to protect your life.
Subdue the threat.
Why do some firearms work? Why does it work on some people and not work on others?
Because Joe, remember, I studied this as a firearms instructor. I read about wounding characteristics and terminal ballistic effects. I studied this for years. There are an infinite number of variables in every shooting. They are not precisely the same. A distance of a millimeter or so in shot placement can make the difference between whether an offender is stopped or not. Just a millimeter, a fraction of an inch. And the number of variables are infinite. That's why I used to teach police officers. You shoot until the threat is neutralized. As many times as it takes, even if you got to dump the whole goddamn magazine. As long as that guy's proposing an imminent deadly threat to you, do not stop putting rounds into him until he ceases being a threat. And that's the way I train my people. And that's what 3 of them did.
That's what they all do, it seems like now, and that's what they should do. Because you know what? You ought to be forewarned and forearmed. If you're going out and you know that there's going to be chaos and rioting or whatever, if you put yourself in that position to be in that place when that shit's going on, you are subject because you are complacent with what's going on as far as I'm concerned.
This is serious business, man. A threat to life is serious business. Look, a threat to life is serious business. Take it seriously. And if you wonder why police are trained the way they do now, just read up on the Newhall incident in California in 1970. That was one of the things when I went to this police officers training academy that they would tell us about. The Newhall incident, along with the Miami shootout in 1986, those 2 incidents changed police training doctrine forever.
The bank
if you
robbery,
study those 2 events, if you study those 2 events, you will know why police officers are trained the way they are today.
Sarge, the bank robbery in L.A. changed law enforcement tactics. That bank robbery would have
it trained weaponry more than anything else because the weaponry they had was inadequate against the body armor those guys had. They were getting hit with 9mm and shotgun pellets, and they were not appreciably fazed by it because of the type of body armor they were wearing. It had no effect on them.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
So that's why they're now carrying police carbines, 5.56 NATO firing rifles, because they want to be able to penetrate body armor. And shotguns ain't going to do it, not even 12 gauge, especially 25 yards and beyond. There's no way. Even closer, 15 yards, they won't do it. Even a 12 gauge, even a slug, which will probably break ribs and inflict blunt force trauma, it still won't penetrate a level 3 vest.
Yeah, but those big body armor now, Sergeant, the plates, that stuff still won't penetrate, even the stuff they got now.
No, I'm just telling you, man. So you got to have a rifle. A centerfire rifle cartridge will get through most. I'm talking about standard ball ammo. Take an intermediate and larger rifle caliber cartridge is likely to be able to penetrate even level 3 armor at 100 yards and less.
I think the country's too big to fail. I don't think you can see society completely break down. You know, I just don't see this
I don't see. Look, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's all I got to say.
Right.
I don't think so either, but that doesn't mean it can't happen, Joe. That doesn't mean it can't happen.
It's going to spiral out of control. Something bad will happen, and then it will just go completely spin out of control because.
But wait, Joe, we don't have to imagine this shit. What happened in Minnesota during the George Floyd arrest? The police could not even defend their own police station, much less respond to help you. What happened in L.A. in 1995 after the Rodney King trial? The police were helpless. They couldn't protect you. You cannot count on the police to help. Let me tell you something. In large-scale civil disturbances, we were trained. Do not count on any outside aid for at least 72 hours. We were told this over and over and over again. You're not going to get any federal help. You're not getting any large-scale state help until 72 hours after the shit's begun. So you got to be prepared to fend off whatever you're going to be able to for 72 hours at least. Count on it.
Now, if we see riots break out like we did in 2020, across the country, they're not going to break out every feds or what? Georgia.
They overwhelmed. Did you not see how the state authorities were overwhelmed? Because I was studying this. Because this is what I used to do, was studying this kind of stuff. In the National Guard, as the state police. That's what I used to do, was study this shit. And I looked at what was happening in 2020, and all of the authorities were overwhelmed for days. They could not mount an effective response.
Every city that's adjacent to a sanctuary city where they have let these people come and make home to do what they're going to do are the people that better worry. So, like, if you're next to a sanctuary city or within maybe 10 or 15 minutes of it, you better batten down the hatches or figure out what you're going to do, because when the shit hits the fan after they tear their city up, they're coming to the outskirts.
They're not going to be able to contain it again for hours at best, and days more likely. You're going to be on your own for days, and you better plan for that.
And you know what? Our government is going to stand by and let them destroy these cities, because you just watch them stop helping people in North Carolina. They are demanding upon themselves, with this cult that they're in, to let them kill themselves. They're trying to kill us with a jab. They're trying to kill us in every way possible. Why not let them kill themselves?
Here's the thing.
But what are the hotbeds? Where are the hotbeds at? Ohio, where you're at, Tave. I know up in the Northwest.
Wherever
Georgia.
Democrats are in charge. Wherever Democrats are in charge.
North Carolina.
If a Democrat's running it, that's a hotbed.
All you can do is contain them idiots in their own space and let them kill each other. But I tell you something that would help is that you put out a message, which is a shot across the bow, that you ain't coming over in here. You're not coming over here. Send that message out.
Yeah.
Well, Bianchi, our government's complacent with it, because look, they're the ones letting them in. They're not going to tell them
that too.
That's the
you got
part
to
about
tell
it.
the government there too. They ain't nothing but some damn idiot that's in that position.
These people need drug out by their hair is all I'm saying, because they have committed atrocities that are far greater than what we're talking about, because they have deliberately let people die for this.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. Just let them die.
Remember, they will Daniel Penny you. Remember that. They are willing to Daniel Penny you if you dare to defend yourself.
That's right.
I cannot stress to you how god awful that is. But that's what the authorities, who ostensibly are pledged to protect us, are willing to allow to happen. They will prosecute you.
That's right. Look what they did to Giuliani.
You know, here's the thing
look
with
what they did
that
to
story.
Giuliani.
That guy that was doing that shit that Daniel Penny had to address, he should have been eliminated a long time before that point. If
What's
you had
Daniel
the right
Penny?
people in
I don't even know what
society,
you're talking about.
they would have eliminated that problem that he was posing a long time before that point.
What are you talking about?
Remember, but wait a minute, Pianki. What if I and you and others of us have spoken about so many times? What is the concept of anarcho-tyranny? These people, these leaders we have now, especially in these Democrat-run big cities, are practicing a concept called anarcho-tyranny. What they do is they allow things to get out of control and become anarchic. So you will beg them to impose greater and more control over you in order to stop it. They foster this climate in order to create more control over you. It's not an accident. They want this to happen in some respects.
It's the same
you had
as
21 people killed in Chicago this past weekend.
The vaccine for it.
You had 21 people killed in Chicago this past weekend. I doubt if they know who shot who or who shot what. But I'm telling you this. A person that's a menace in your community, you got to get rid of them. You can't depend on the police because they're not going to do it.
Why does Chicago continue to put up with this? Why does the neighborhood in Chicago? What's wrong with the people?
Sheriff, and he told me that he's sorry to say, because I got into a big dispute with some guys about the constitutional sheriffs and how I felt that they hadn't really helped out as much as they should have, because they worried more about their paycheck than their oath. And he said, you know what? You're right. He goes, and I said, let me ask you this then. I go, as far as you know, and I'm talking about the group of people that you know as far as sheriffs, because we only have, 3,300 of them in this country. And I said, how many of them are gone to the side where they're worried about the check, or can we trust them? And he goes, I'm going to say under 10% are for the people. I said, you got to be shitting me. 10%? He goes, I'm not even going to go 10. He goes, I'm going to say 8, maybe 5. He goes, because it's all political to them. He goes, no matter what, everything becomes political with the sheriffs for some reason. He goes, they work with the courts. He goes, they watch over the jails. He goes, it's not like they're out there doing the on the beat like most cops are municipal-wise. He goes, there's so few of them. So they have to maintain what they're doing, especially guarding, taking care of the court system and whatnot. And I go, well, man, you guys are the only ones that really got the power that if you wanted to stop the feds or whoever coming into your state, he goes, we can stop them. Absolutely. He goes, but they won't. They won't do it. They'll turn right around. And I go, man, I said, that's very disturbing to me, because you know what? We put so much faith into them, 3 or 4 years ago, Joe, when we had that stuff with Mike going and talking about that so wholeheartedly about the constitutional sheriffs and what they could do. And to know that they're just not there. And you see it, they didn't do anything. You would have thought that all the sheriffs would have said, hey, we're going to Texas and we're going to stop this shit. We're going to stop it ourselves. And the people, they can deputize anybody they fucking want. It's crazy how it didn't happen in this shit.
Yeah. Well, listen, I talked to Sheriff Darley, remember? I had him on remember I talked to him for about an hour and a half on the prop band. And he's one of the good police, so but he's so long, it's too big to fail. I just don't see how the whole entire country can be really, really overtaken, and even with the military, it can't. There's too much landmass here. This isn't Iraq. Look, they couldn't even contain Iraq, really. Look how long it took them to do that. You really think they can take on America? No. You can't. It's not going to happen like that. I think it's more of an economic type of thing.
you got to look at it like this. How many people are going to willingly, if the fucking government knocked on their door in fear, are going to hand over their guns? Probably the same people that got the fucking guns today, that got the shot, that took the shot, willingly take the jab. They're going to give their guns up. I wouldn't doubt that one bit, 1,000%. And then we're going to be reverted back to just like it was in 1776 when there's only about 3% of this country that are going to actually be the ones to stand up and fight when it has to come to fight. 3% is all the revolution took.
Yep.
And that's an astonishing number to think that small a group of people did what they did. But man, it's just
But
so
Joe, do you think all of this stuff we're witnessing right now happened all of a sudden? No, it happened in various regions slowly over decades. What we're looking at now didn't happen all at once, and the country won't be taken over all at once either. It'll be taken over section by section, region by region. Now the whole country hasn't been taken over yet. Look at the electoral map. Most of the electoral map, if you look at the country, the way it is situated, and who leans red and who leans blue, most of the counties in the United States, something else like 2,500 of them out of the 3,300 or so counties in the United States are all leaning red. They're not Democrats. The Democrats are concentrated on the coast and a slightly extent in the southwest and in the middle of the country, and that's it. The rest of the country looks like a red map. But let me tell you what, those blue counties have outsized influence, and their influence did not happen overnight. Neither will they take over the country overnight. They're working on it bit by bit. They're doing a long march through the institutions of this country, and that's what they're counting on. And they're counting on us not noticing it.
Well, that's true. That's true, I guess.
I
guess that's true.
Donald Trump's 4 more years hurts us.
And look, I'm just saying this, guys. Look, okay, I know, sounding the alarm. It's past time to sound the alarm because, look, when they say things like we're saving our democracy, will you please point out to these motherfuckers all the anti-democratic elements in the Constitution? There are almost no democratic elements in the Constitution. It's a representative constitutional republic. In fact, the framers of the Constitution were deathly afraid of a democracy. All you got to do is point out to these idiots, it isn't a democracy. You got the 2/3 requirement to overturn a veto. You got the 3/4 requirement to pass an amendment. You got the 2/3 requirement to pass a treaty. You got all kinds of, you got 2 senators for every state, no matter how big it is, no matter how geographically small it is. All of these things are anti-democratic. It isn't a democracy. Tell these people that. Whenever they say that word, the framers were deathly afraid of democracy. They thought democracy was 3 wolves and a sheep deciding what to have for lunch.
That's a good start, Sarge. When they say democracy. And
shoot it down right away. Just shoot it down as soon as they start that crap.
Well, you see how I do with the Federal Reserve, right? When everybody starts saying my tax dollars, stop it with your tax dollars. Your taxes don't pay for anything. We got a machine that prints the money. It's called the Federal Reserve.
Came here, and they were not Christians. None of these guys, they kept their mouth shut. Everybody
they were
says
Christians.
Founded on Christianity is full of shit.
No,
Benjamin Franklin,
it was
Benjamin Franklin comes out flat out says there is not God mentioned one time in anything in the Constitution because our founding fathers knew of antiquity. No, I'm not wrong. I can show you every video where Thomas Jefferson says, hey, the biggest threat to the American democracy is Protestants. Because they knew of the cult that they were dealing with back then. That's how long this has been going on.
All right, Dave, hang on, Dave. Hang on a second. Hang on.